All right, all right. I know people are already in the comments section because nobody really watches these videos. They just want to comment, and I'm cool with that. So we're going to talk about the Casio SXC-1, which is supposed to be a play off of their classic Casio sampler, which is the SK1, the one that everybody talks about. And you already know the obvious thing. The MPC sample has been doing extremely well, so it is on timing that Akai gets some competition, or there's more competition in the portable world. And I have details because it's supposed to be out very soon. So this first article comes from Music Radar. I have it linked in the description box, and it reads, the budget sampler Casio teased at NAMM is now available for pre-order as of April 22nd. Looking like a colorful hybrid of a Game Boy, a calculator, and a Roland SP404, the SXC-1 draws inspiration from their classic SK1 sampler keyboard. The first thing that is teased in this picture, as you look to the left, you see a smartphone, and you can see it has an application. So it will have an application for those who don't know. The MPC sample does work with the MPC software. I'm just not sure if the MPC software actually is bundled with the MPC sample. And not to mention that there is no phone app technically that is dedicated for the MPC sample. So that's already a good thing for Casio to have. And this is how it looks like right here. And I said Casio, you know her vibes. And as we continue the article, it says one of the most unexpected products on display at this year's NAMM show was a brand new playful looking budget sampler from Casio that looks like it could become a serious rival to the popular Teenage Engineering EP133KO2. Details were scarce on the show floor, but Casio has now officially unveiled the SXC-1 sampler, made the instrument available for pre-order in Japan, priced at whatever yen, which is around $250 US. The SXC-1 is being pitched by Casio as an accessible and affordable sampler that allows anyone to enjoy music production and performance. Say what you want about portable samplers. Nothing says anything better than a healthy price point. I mean, it's been proven because so many people made such a stink about the MPC sample. And mind you, the MPC sample sold out day one, and because it was a $400 sampler, which is a great price. And it looks like Casio is trying to double down on the package in terms of the budget. The article continues and makes comparisons to the Game Boy. And for those who don't know, a lot of people enjoyed the Game Boy. Let me just pull up a picture so you can see how the Game Boy looks like. The Nintendo Game Boy was a portable console that you can have and take anywhere. It was only like two colors, as you can see on the screen here, for those who are a bit younger, but I think my audience knows what a Game Boy is and how it functions. So when it was announced at NAMM, there wasn't much information. Like I said, I was at NAMM 2026. I went over there by Casio. I checked it out, and it wasn't looking like it's still a prototype. But now that isn't the case because I have footage. This was about 5 days ago. You can see how it looks like now.
ちなみにこちらの SXC は、サウンド×プレートという意味が込められております。
Yeah, the presentation is in Japanese, but I think they have some subtitles. And you can see the app right here, and that's one of the things I was like, okay, so they're just aiming for that. Not only because Roland has the Koala app. I think the Koala app works with the Roland SP404, and it just kind of answers that thing or most people will get into. And I actually like the fact that they did an application first. I honestly think when they was designing this, it started off as an app first, and then they worked on the physical product itself. There is another presentation which goes a little bit more into detail of how it functions. Last time we didn't know anything about the specs, but the SXC-1 is capable of 16-bit 48 kilohertz sampling. via built-in microphone, USB audio, or 3.5 millimeter audio input, or 1/8 inch jacks or whatever. And it has 16 stereo voices with a maximum sample time of 15 minutes. And if you're going to ask me, the MPC sample is supposed to have at least 20 minutes or something like that. I definitely know that the Teenage Engineering KO2 has far less than that. It only had like 64 megabytes of memory. The other important thing worth noting, it says it has 64 gigabytes of on-board space for 80 banks and 16 sounds. It has a battery powered, no, it is battery powered with built-in speaker, and also has it's about 315 grams in weight. So, let that, it's not heavy. And it takes it gives you 2 hours of battery life on 4 AAA batteries. They tweaking for this beat right here.
皆さんこんにちは。カシオ計算機候補宣伝部和洋です。本日
And the genuine thing about that presentation, you can hear the crunch, and that's one thing that MPC samplers and you guys, y'all love that crunch, especially with
カシオ
12-bit.
計算機より5月28日に発売されるサンプラー SXC-1 の開封レビューを取っていきたいと思います。
So they already had the presentation for the box.
SXC-1 の方を開けていきたいと思います。箱を開けるとスタートアップガイド。
Get the case and stuff. I don't know what about the unboxing and stuff like that, but they do talk about some of the functionality.
一旦これでちょっとどんな音入ってるのか聞いていきたいと思います。
Ooh, those pads though.
これドラムの音も入ってて。で、
It's not plugged up, but that's just the audio quality. So he's messing with loops and stuff like that. So I'm guessing all this is like loops that are already sampled in there. But I think that's basically about it for that. But anyways, how do y'all feel about this? Are y'all interested in the Casio SXC-1? For me, I would like to see people use it. Hopefully it'll be cool. I mean, I think one of the main people that will have it will obviously be Loop Pop. It'll be Loop Pop and maybe like Bow Beats, or I see that crowd really digging into that. So I'm not. We'll see when it comes out and we see more demonstrations and all that. We'll see if you guys are excited about it. Me personally, I'm happy that there's competition. Not necessarily my cup of tea.